Hello, Cass, and welcome to the first session of Online Annie. We're very sad that we can't be with you in person, but it's the safest thing right now. So in the meantime, before we get to see you again, we're going to be doing some choreography, some specific dance moves that maybe you haven't seen yet, and maybe some blocking down the line. Specifically for right now, though, what we're going to be focusing on is the first song that we've fully learned, which is Gonna Like It Here, which is specifically for the servants. I'm not going to be really going into this blocking specifically for these people, Grace, Greer, Pugh, Annie, Drake, Annette, and Cecile. You'll have to review that in your scripts. I'm going to go over most of the general dancing that happened. Before we do that, we're going to kind of take this as an actual class. So I'm going to review some of the dance moves, specifically the chasse, if you guys remember, which looks a little something like this. You go across, and we're just going to plant our feet back center. I know that before I had it cross back, but we're not going to do that for this song. So again, it's kind of like it's a chasse, so your second foot is chasing the first foot across. So you kind of hop and then plant your feet. And if you go the other way, it's hop and plant your feet, okay? Could you go further in on my feet? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to do it again, further on my feet, it's a step, hop, step, together, step, hop, step, together. And with the arms, you kind of float them out. So it's step, together, step, together. So that's the chasse. We only do one of them, which is nice. And each group will go in. I'm gonna start off by doing this group on this side. You'll notice one change after the chasse in the dance. We're gonna do something with our arms as we walk. It's just to make it look a little more regal, a little more clean that we went over today. So at the very beginning, if you remember, actually I can do this closer to you, you are going to lean and face your head towards it, keeping your shoulders back. Lean to the side, everyone leans to the right side, and then on the last word, you're going to put your arms back. And then you're going to lean to the other side and then flow your arm out again on the other side. And so that's the first.
Cecile will pick out all your clothes.
And then
your bath is drawn by Mrs. Greer.
Then on each of these,
Annette comes in to make your bed.
Again, my head is facing out. And then we pop in right before Annie says,
I think I'm gonna like it here.
Okay, so just to do that all together, it's
Cecile will pick out all your clothes. Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Greer. Annette comes in to make your bed. Pop, I think I'm gonna like it here.
Very nice, and then you'll come back up. And then this is when, remember we're in our 2 rows here. The back row will step forward, the front row just stays put because you're in your windows. And so the back row will go
when you wake.
When you wake.
When you wake.
Ring for Drake.
Ring for Drake, yes.
So you step down on when you wake. And then when you say Drake, you're gonna pop your hands out. So for this side, for the right side, you're gonna pop them out this way. So it goes, when you wake, ring for Drake. And it's nice and level. Remember, it's not super sharp, but it's nice and clean. And then on each line, you guys should know when your lines are, you're gonna pop your arms back in. So if you're on Drake, you go, when you wake, ring for Drake, Drake. If you're on bring, you go on bring, and so on, and then Drake does his bow at the end. And then we go on when you're through. You put your arms behind your back. You do a step pivot.
Through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away.
Okay, so all of that together from the very beginning.
From the beginning? Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, and 1. Cecile will pick out all your clothes. Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Greer. Annette comes in to make your bed. I think I'm gonna like it here.
Stand up straight.
When you wake, ring for Drake. Drake will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away.
And then you come back to your hands here or here. And then we walk through, we snake through. So remember, you guys, the first row, including Annette, Pew, Greer, Cecile, you all come through and we're creating our V's. So this side will come through and down on the next 2 lines of music until you get to dear. Once you get to dear, you're in your spot and you're facing right out. And then this is when we do our chasse, and there's gonna be a little change. We have but one request, right? We have but one request.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's we have but one request. So this, we're no longer crossing back. So you're in your spots and you go, we
Have but one request.
Pop. So everyone on the right side, when you come and you get to that centered spot, you're gonna pop your hand out to the left, because then you're going to follow it over to the left again.
Miss Katie, can you turn and face me?
Do that this way?
Yeah, just turn and face me so they can see the, it was
like
a little
this way?
angled, so they can see from a perfect straight on view what the arm
What
looks
the arm
like in
is?
that part.
Sure, so
Yeah.
I'll be here, okay.
Yeah.
So you just chasse, so we
Have but one request.
Boom.
Yeah, just so you can see where Miss Katie's arm is.
Okay.
And her
It's not
head's
a hard,
looking.
right, it's not like here. It's slightly up, it's a straight arm, and I'm looking, honestly, right at my palm. I'm
Yeah,
looking
and
right
where's
at
your
my-
other hand, Miss Katie? Where's
Right
do
on
you
my
want
side.
it? On the side.
Right on
Okay,
my
so
side.
just take a look at that so it's nice and clean
And I'm
for every
kind of-
actor.
Yeah, I'm kind of resting it here. If we have to put it somewhere specific so it's clean, we can make that choice when we're all back together. But right on your side is good for now.
Perfect.
So then you'll go and you'll walk. So you'll walk to the other side, right? And she goes, I know I'm gonna like it here. And then you're down on your knees and you're listening to Annie. And remember, you're leaning in, you're really listening. You're like, what kind of story is this, right? And then when she says, used to room in a tune, when you hear tune, that's when you're going to pop back out to the audience and like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And then back in, but you're not gonna make any noise. So it's
Used to room in a tomb where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow. Would someone pinch me, please?
And then you're going to lean into pinch her. Grace is going to be like, I didn't mean it, right? She didn't mean it. And then immediately, the moment Grace says she didn't mean it, you're going to get up and you're going to go to your spots for the next part of the dance, okay? And you should be in your spot by the time you have to start moving, but that gives you that opportunity to get in. So it's okay if during the beginning of Grace's part, we've never had a little girl. It's okay if you're not directly in your spot. But you want to be here by your echo. So she goes, we've never had a little girl.
We've never had a little girl.
I'm very glad to volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it's had, so it's never had a, no, never.
We've never had a little girl.
I'm very
Glad to volunteer. Why don't you do that one more time? I'll speak it in time, so I'll count off 5, 6, 7, and 1. We've never had a little girl.
Oh,
I'll do Grace's part. I'll do both.
okay.
All right, so I'm going to start with Grace's. So you all are standing still while Grace is doing her
Going to
part.
the spot, yeah.
Okay. We've never had a little girl. We've never had a little girl. I'm very glad to volunteer. Yeah. And then we go with, we have one request.
Oh, we have, this is one request, or is this?
Oh, am I wrong?
Understand. 'Cause
We
I
hope
made
you
that-
understand.
I
You're
made that
correct.
same
You're
mistake,
correct.
so-
Yep. We hope you understand. Yep.
Arms.
Oh, what do they do with their arms
So
there?
here, I think it's up, down, yeah. So keep your arms right where they are. So you've just gone turn, 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 boop. And then we hope you'll understand. Boom. Your wish is our command. Turn your body up to Annie so you're actually looking her way. If you have to kind of cheat your foot out, that's okay. If you're super at the front. And then she goes, I know I'm gonna like it. Step 2, 3, 4, walk to your spots and welcome. So last little bit here. You've just gone, we've never had a little girl. I'm very glad to volunteer. So I did it a few different ways. So just so you're super clear on the feet here, you've just gone step out, keep this foot planted, and just carry around hands.
Okay.
Just so that you guys know. And then you go up, same that you did before, but your arms were here, right? With the, at the very beginning with, I think it was Annette. Same thing, just your arms are here now. So you're going up.
Understand. Your wish is our command.
And then we're doing a jazz square, which we've gone over a little bit, but it's a step up, left across, right back, left out. So again, that's right up, left across, right back, left out. And it's nice because this is nice and slow. So ga, na, like it. And then you walk back for 4 counts. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, turn 1, 2 until you get here. Welcome. Nice and big. And you know where your arms are. Some of you over here, some of you over here, but that's for the right side. Now I'm gonna do the left side. Move